You know what was missing from Mr. Morale? Nobody wants to say it, but I'll say it. Terrace Martin,
Hey yo, Eeze.
the producer Terrace Martin. That's the dude that put together To Pimp a Butterfly, the musicality. He's a jazz musician, saxophonist, plays keys, used to be in Snoop Dogg's band. He got albums, Velvet Portraits, Drones, played with Robert Glasper. Just go on YouTube, check him out. Terrace Martin was missing from that album. And that's why, even though it's musical, got the orchestra, things of that nature, the soul ain't there. That's what is missing. Terrace Martin. But Terrace Martin is a glue. He brings it all together. When you lock in with a dope producer, stop listening to people. Take your ego out of it. Stay there. Escort, you listening. Just for you too. Hit Boy is doing his numbers. Stay right there. Stay in pocket. It's working. You lapping these dudes. Is this a question? Well, it's a good question. Mr. Morale is like God's son in terms of how personal it is. Nas and his idea of being personal is a cutoff to it, right? It's like a threshold. Oh, when you get all too far, he bring it right in. Like, what song was it when he said, and her name was, oh, well, I don't kiss and tell. Like, he'll tell you a story, but he ain't gonna tell too much. I think Kendrick he made a lot of people uncomfortable with this album, especially like the song where they was yelling and screaming and things of that nature. I understand what he was trying to do, but everybody wasn't ready for that. Not for him. And I applaud him for trying it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't let people box you in, but you have to, have a circle around you that lets you know, like, all right, that's cool, but we're taking it too far. And that's why I believe someone like a Terrace Martin, had he been like the executive producer on the album, it would have been a little bit more cohesive in the sense of the way it feels, right? Because it has some highlights on it. I thought, listen, man, people don't want to admit it, but Kodak is nice. I like him and Kendrick together. Kodak Black, I like him and Kendrick. I think he did a phenomenal job on that album, man. Like, he just brought something different to it, different energy, man. Unorthodox, off flow. It's kind of like Dilla playing drums, right? It feels good. It's sloppy, it's off a little bit, but it's about the feel. Like, Kodak is nice, man. He tapped into something. I'm a little late to the game. I know of his music, but son, nice. Yo, well, word on the street is they claim his team told Kendrick the album was trash, but his ego said otherwise. Yo, Kendrick, man. But one thing we know about Kendrick, he knows how to pivot. Kind of like people didn't like Jay Volume 1, which is absurd to me. I'm gonna have a live about that one day because I love that album. And what did he do? All right, I'm just gonna pivot, give y'all streets is watching. That's what the great ones are able to do. I'm gonna pivot. He probably come out with something similar to Damn again, give a bunch of hits back to back to back to back, and then go back to his what he does, disappears, right? But I think he's afforded that one opportunity to lack of a better term, drop the ball. He was trying something different. And another thing is that where we are right now, I don't think the world in general wasn't really ready for that type of album. People wanted some uplifting.
Hey yo,